Welcome to DP Deconstruct. My name is Aaron Morgan. Today I want to cover how to convert your log footage to a correct Rec. 709 color space 2 ways using Premiere Pro. So speaking of Sony, we use Sony and a lot of our friends use Sony, and I feel this is the same way with other brands also. But for Sony specifically, Matt and I hear all the time that people want to shoot in CINETONE because honestly they're intimidated or they're scared that they're going to mess up the shot in SLog, and CINETONE allows them to get it really close to where it needs to be. They're not colorist, they don't need it perfect, they just want to be able to have it close so that they can almost have it deliver ready in camera. So why would you even shoot in log footage if you're in that scenario? The reason that I would say, Matt and I both would say that you should shoot in log is that it's going to give you so much more latitude. You're going to have that retention still in your highlights, and you're going to be able to keep the information in your shadows as well. So I do want to show you guys today, the whole point of this video is to show you just how easy it is to convert that log footage to a Rec. 709. Obviously I use Sony, Matt uses Sony, but this is applicable across different brands too. So let's go ahead and dive in and I'll show you guys how to do this. So guys, before we jump into this tutorial, I do want to clarify, Matt and I shot this project early last year, early 2022, and we shot it using the Sony FX3. So the reason that's important is because we know that we shot this in the sgambit3.cine color space with an SLog 3 profile. Those are really important things to know when you're converting your footage from a log profile to a Rec. 709 color space. So like I said, before we jump into that, I did want to clarify that you need to know what you're shooting in for this to work. So I'm going to show you this. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first thing I want to do, guys, is I want to show you how you can just take one single clip. There's 2 ways to do this. I want to show you how you can take this one single clip and move it from a SLog 3 or a log profile into that Rec. 709 color space. Now I don't have the actual downloaded on my computer because I personally don't use Premiere Pro, but I have another profile that will show you how to make it where it's a similar idea. You get the idea. So for a single clip, if all you have to do is bring in one clip and convert that clip to a Rec. 709 color space, you can bring that clip onto the timeline, make sure you highlight it, come into Lumetri, you go to Input LUT, and for this case, I'm going to use the Alexa default log C2 to Rec. 709 color space because it's going to give you an idea of what the result is. So if I click this, it's automatically going to convert this to a Rec. 709 color space. From there, if I was going to want to make any additional grades or any additional changes to the file, what I would do is I would bring in an adjustment layer, and I would do this regardless of what way I was converting my footage to Rec. 709. Any additional grades, I would just stack adjustment layers. If I wanted to bring in and cool down the temperature, or take out some of the reds or whatever, if I was going to do it this way, this is how I would do it. I would do it on an adjustment layer, and I would not do anything except for converting the footage to Rec. 709 on the actual clip itself. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this, and now I want to show you guys how you can take a whole folder, a whole bin. I only have 5 clips in here now, but you can have as many as you want. So I'm gonna highlight all of them. Then I want to go over here and go to Modify, Interpret Footage. I want to come down all the way here to where it says Color Management. I'm going to go to Color Space Override. I'm going to click on here. And like I said earlier, this is where it's really important. I know that I was shooting in sgambit3.cine in Sony SLog 3. So now you can see why it's important to know what color space and picture profile you shot your footage in. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. I'm going to hit OK, and then I can bring down any clip onto my timeline, and I am in that Rec. 709 color space. And again, if I wanted to bring up any do any additional adjustments or make any additional grades, if I was qualifying skin or whatever, I would bring in an adjustment layer and make those changes on the adjustment layer rather than on the clip itself. So guys, I hope this helps out. You can make it really easy. As log footage, a lot of times people are scared of shooting in log. It's really, really easy to convert that to the same space that you would be in if you were working in CINETONE, but you're still gonna have all that latitude to be able to make adjustments before we hit clipping points. So this is how I would recommend shooting. Always shoot in log, and then you can convert it in post. It's a really easy process. Hope this helps you guys out.